Hi, welcome to this video day, which is all about how to become a successful Forex trader from home. And in today's video, I'm joined by a professional Forex trader from Norway, Roy Siversen of Norse FX. Now, in terms of if you're a beginner coming in the markets, you need to get the right education, you need to get the right attitude to win. And there is a lot of hype online about what it takes to achieve Forex trading success. And a lot of people try and make it sound really easy, like they make profits every week, you're going to become a successful trader straight away. That's just not the reality. Forex trading is a professional business and you need to treat it as such. But if you do, you can win at Forex trading. So what we're going to be doing is going through the right education, the right attitude you need to adopt, the right psychology, also tips on the best Forex trading techniques and strategies as well. Now, in terms of this video, we're going to go and obviously talk to Roy, but beneath this video, I've enclosed a link to his channel where you can go and check out his technical analysis and get more education. Also, in this video, we do discuss, a tool called the COT Net Traders Positions. If you don't know what they are, it's one of the best tools in Forex trading, okay? And if you want to learn more about it, you can also click on a link beneath this video. Right, let's go over and chat to Roy and go through what it takes to become a successful Forex trader from home.
Just actually thought we'd talk a little bit about your trading experience, how you trade and so forth, yeah?
Yeah.
And just really, I was going to ask you, first of all, how did you get started in trading and trading Forex?
Everything started with a stock trading competition in Norway. That sparked my interest. I had a horrible experience with the competition itself, lost a lot of the fake money. Eventually got into penny stocks. We had a big marijuana boom that I ended up buying the top in. And then I had a friend who was trading Forex, and he said, the only thing you have to do to make money in Forex is to short the Euro USD. And this was back in 2015, and the Euro was heavily in a downtrend. And the day I funded my account and went short the Euro USD, that was the bottom print itself.
Okay.
Baptism by fire.
Okay, so the first experience was not such a good one.
No, and the second one was rather horrible itself.
In terms of, obviously, you came in, you probably didn't know too much about how to trade Forex, and you just did that on the recommendation of your friend, yeah?
Yeah, that's correct.
And obviously, today you're trading, successfully and so forth. Yeah, what did you do to learn Forex trading and get things right, so to speak?
The first thing I did was to take a lot of courses, attend as many seminars and webinars that I could, and really spend a lot of time with the markets, because they say that you need 10,000 hours to be a master of any type of profession or sport. And right now, I believe I'm well above the 10,000 hour mark, and things are going good.
Okay. Now, in terms of you obviously when you trade the markets, can you just tell us a little bit about the way you like to trade?
I'm both a trend trader and a counter trend trader. My best setup of them all is what I call a false breakout. So if we have an existing uptrend coming into a very high time frame support or resistance, if that breakout that happens fails, then I like to take my position after the failed breakout itself, using price action and trigger candles like shooting stars, so big wick candles, and then I go from there.
Okay, so just wait for the breakout to occur. Then, as it comes back through the level, look to take a position effectively. Yeah.
Yeah, so if we get it close below the support or resistance, that is my trigger.
Okay. Now, in terms of time frames, what sort of time frames are you trading in?
I like to use the weekly for a high time frame analysis, just to check if price is coming into a significant area of support or resistance. Then I use the 1 hour or the 4 hour as my trigger candle.
Okay, so you're really trying to key off the big weekly levels, see if they line up with the daily levels, and
Yeah.
then time on the shorter term time frames. You don't do any short term trading at all within a day or anything like that.
No, I tried day trading a lot of times. The only times I day trade is when we have the NFP, but that's the only time I day trade. The rest is swing trading and position trading.
What's the average length of time you'd hold a swing trade for, or a position
Uh,
trade?
the normal holding time is between 3 days and 3 weeks.
Okay. Now, in terms of you using obviously price action to confirm your moves coming through levels and so forth, do you use any other indicators or tools?
I like to use the commitment of traders report in confluence with the price action itself. So I look for the bigger institutions to be extremely heavy on one side. And then if I get my false breakouts, that is my trigger to take advantage of the COT report.
Okay, for those viewers who don't know the COT report, obviously you've got speculators and commercials who are the kind of the smart money hedgers. You're going with the hedgers, I take it, yeah?
Yeah, I go with the hedgers.
Yeah. Okay. In terms of when you're trading, most important thing, well, one of the most important things in trading, obviously money management.
Yeah, I agree.
How do you approach money management? What sort of risk do you take?
I use what I call a dynamic risk. So if I have a low conviction trade or a bad period in trading, I like to reduce my overall risk. So taking a trade with a 0.5% risk instead of 2%.
Okay.
And then when I'm on a hot streak or just feeling confident and I get good valid daily setups, then I go back to the normal risk.
Okay, so basically, when you're not doing so well, you're not so confident. It's 0.5% per trade. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
And then you
Just to put a limit on the potential drawdown that I could be.
okay, then you move up to let's say 2 or 4% when you're obviously in a better run or you're feeling really confident. Yeah.
Yeah, or even if I am in a very bad period and I get a setup on a weekly chart happening on a 4 hour and it's valid, then I have to go back and take the bigger size yet.
Okay.
Bigger size again, I mean.
Okay, so that's your risk per trade, so to speak. Well, what's the total risk on your account? So if everything goes wrong at once.
If I get a fire sale in my account, that is between 5 and 7%. I got 16% on the GBP flash crash a
Right.
few months ago, but that was an anomaly. So normally it's between 5 and 7 maximum risk.
Okay, so that's the maximum risk you take. Obviously, a lot of beginners watching this video might say that's a little bit small.
Yeah.
Which is one thing, yeah, I think beginners don't understand. You can actually make a lot of money by risking what you said, I think, 5 to 7%. I think that's plenty for most beginners. I think anyone coming in the markets, you probably agree, they're just over leveraged. That's one of the major reasons they get wiped.
Yeah, that's the number one reason, I believe. Just take a recent trade, for example. I was short on GBP's THF. I was shorted late last week, so around the 27th of January, I believe.
Yeah.
And hit take profit today, a 1 to 7 risk versus reward. So I made 14% in just a few days.
Yeah.
You don't get that kind of interest rate in the local bank. So
no, I agree with you. I think that you can actually make decent, very good profits, like just that example there, just by not risking too much. Now, in terms of psychology in forex trading, obviously very important. How important do you consider it?
it's the most key element in trading because strategy and price action and your abilities to read the market is only a smaller part of the overall picture, and the psychology is the one that weighs the most because it doesn't matter how good or bad you are. If the psychology is off, everything fails.
In terms of psychology, what do you think? When you started, were the major problems you had with psychology? which I'm sure most beginners will probably associate with what you're going to say, and me.
The thing that at least I struggled with in the beginning was the gambler's ruin. So when I took a loss, I immediately wanted to make it back in the same hour or the same day, and that led to me digging myself a very big hole in the end.
So revenge trading and
yeah, revenge trading, adding to losers, and yeah, all of the bad stuff.
now, in terms of obviously, I think every beginner when they start will always try and get losses back too quickly. You dig yourself a bigger hole, but I think a problem a lot of forex traders have is running profits. Okay, because they're always tempted to snatch them in early. Better to have a small profit than it get away. How do you deal with that?
I struggled a lot with that in the beginning, but after a while, it didn't make sense to take a full 2% loss when I only made 0.5% profit since I took early profit due to me being trading with scared money, basically. So I was afraid that the profit would run away, and I just took it. And then I watched the balloon fly away for the rest of the week and regretting and getting in at the worst possible time and taking another loss.
So in terms of running profits, you just gave that example of a trade there. What sort of risk reward do you go for? I know obviously risk reward is subjective, but what are you looking to make against what you risk?
At least 2.5 times the risk. So if I risk 50 pips, I want to get at least 125 pips, and that you can make that in 2 days, since the average daily range is about 100 pips on the majors.
Okay, and in terms of when you're trading, do you actually trade with a set position size, or do you vary the position size? I.e., do you add to winning positions, or do you?
I start off with a static risk, so between 0.5 and 2%. And then when the trade goes in my favor, I like to add to a position instead of taking off partial profits.
Yeah.
So I really like to get in at the start of a trend and try to build myself a monster. In 2017, I had a few good trades where I managed to get fairly big and make some decent profits just by adding and staying patient.
What would have been your biggest profit in 2017 using that technique?
That was dollar yen in November. I got in at the highs themselves and I added, I think it was 9 or 11 shorts on a 350 pip move, and that move alone doubled the account.
Okay.
So that's pretty insane. I held for 3 weeks. The last week I did not sleep at all. Almost it was madhouse.
But you had total conviction in that trade.
Yeah, high conviction trade. Since I had the COT and I had the false break above a monthly high and everything lined up, it was the perfect storm. And since I added so aggressively, so almost every other day, it was an extremely big fight between myself and my impulses, just not to take the profits too early.
And you're moving obviously your stop loss to protect and so forth, yeah?
Yeah, I had to move a lot of stops every time. So it was a lot of work in terms of management, but it kept me busy, and that's what I needed in that period, since it was hardest trade I ever took.
So it's one of those hard things. It's sitting on a winner, isn't it?
Yeah, it's much harder than sitting on a loser, and that comes back to the psychology again, and the mind plays tricks on us all the times.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Running big winning trades is what makes the difference. I think a lot of beginners, obviously they're going to run losses when they start and all the rest of it. But I always think, holding profits is harder than taking losses, because it's just a real battle then.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Now, in terms of let's say your equity curve, yeah. So do you tend to find that you make a lot of profit in short how would I phrase this, in short periods of time over the year, and most of it's flat, or is it fairly consistent profits?
No, I have like big waves and then flat and small decline and then just rapid moves. So I want to have a more slow and consistent equity curve instead of the bigger swings. But I don't think I can avoid that since my holding time is between 3 weeks and 3 days. And when I take losing trades, they always chip away from the account.
Yeah.
And then when I book the one winner, it goes flying.
Yeah. No, because I normally find I make most of my profits in probably only 3 or 4 months of the year.
Yeah, same here. I struggled in 2017 with making profits before the summer. And after the break, everything just clicked and it was utterly insane.
Yeah, because I always think every trader will go through a long flat period or a period of a little bit of loss and not much profit. And that can last a few months,
Yeah, easily.
And I think that your beginners, when they come into markets, they want to, you see it all about make consistent profits every week, every month.
Yeah.
Forex trading just doesn't work like that, in my view. I think
No.
I think one of the most frustrating things is that sort of waiting, and then you have to stay focused, and then you get your reward, so to speak. In your experience, how long did it really take you to become really confident in what you were doing? I mean, I know all traders, are trying to get better, but when you reach that level of confidence, you think, yeah, I'm going to be making money consistently out of this. How long did that take you?
It took me around 2 years. So it was a long battle, but we made it in the end.
So in terms of 2 years, a lot of beginners will be thinking, that sounds like a long time.
Yeah, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it is, because if you take a bachelor degree, that's 3 years. And trading is extremely hard. So when I came into the market, I always used the 3 year as a benchmark.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, because I think a lot of beginners come in the markets, they want to make money too quick, yeah? They think they're going to become a good trader within a month or 3 months or something like that.
I was going to buy Lamborghinis after a month. That was my plan.
It took me a good few years. Well, obviously, Hacken, it took him a while as well, So I think, advice for beginners is, when you come in the markets, kind of be patient and understand you've got to learn. Because you actually mentioned that 1,000-hour rule earlier on, yeah?
Yeah, they say that the 10,000 hours is what it's
10,000. Yeah, my apologies.
Yeah, professional or like mastery in a craft takes 10,000 hours.
Yeah, no, I've got some books on this, like research the talent code and so forth, and it's 10,000 hours across anything. Yeah, be it sport, chess. I think it probably applies to Forex as well, to become fully competent.
Yeah, great.
Now, in terms of obviously, how would I put it? Obviously, keeping the right psychology, keeping yourself motivated. How do you like to do that? Do you do reading or anything else? Psychology books, Forex
yeah,
books?
I do some reading. I really enjoy audiobooks. I like to work out just to get my head straight and do things to keep myself motivated. That can be anything, for going out with the dog or just playing a game with friends and just keeping the mind off the markets, especially when you have a period of drawdown. That is extremely key, and not sit in front of your computer and trying to bang the market, since it took money away from you.
Just out of curiosity, how long per day do you spend on your Forex trading?
I would say on average 3 hours.
Yeah.
So marking out the levels always stay the same, but you want to be here for the news and the London Open and the New York and London overlap, since that is when most of the moves happen. And I see the majority of my fills on my limit orders is during the London New York overlap. So I really pay attention to that session.
Okay. And what would be your best advice for any trader coming in the markets?
Stay small, since every trader coming into the market have a set amount of money they have set aside for the market. Divide that number by 5 and then go ahead. If you double or make 50% on the first lot, then you add the second one and go further and go so on. But if you, since when they blow up, they don't blow up with all of their money. They have enough for 5 goes.
Yeah, what you're saying there's obviously come in small because you're bound to make mistakes.
Oh yes,
And
horrible mistakes.
and by keeping it small, they're not going to haunt you too much.
No.
So have you got any trades you're looking at right at this moment?
I have 5 positions on right now. The best looking one is crude oil and gold. So both of them are shorts.
Okay, I'm with you on crude oil. I think that looks a fantastic setup, but I've been wrong on it before.
I have been wrong 2 times before, and now I'm in the third. So third time's the charm. We have the COT, so it's an extreme level. We have a failure above 2015 highs, and it's down almost 2% today.
Yeah, no, honestly, I think the risk reward looks really good on it, even though we lost on it before. Yeah. I just feel it could be a really good trade. Well,
I agree.
Well, thank you very much for chatting to me today. We'll
No
obviously
problem.
chat again soon. And we'll chat soon. Thanks again.
Yeah, pleasure to be here.
Okay, cheers, Roy. See you soon.
See you soon.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.